And when it comes to the good girl persona, that is how we have been conditioned to people please, to self-sacrifice, right?
Why do they try to make being a good girl sound like such a conforming thing? What if a woman just wants to be a good woman? What if she just wants to be a good girl? What if that's what she wants? Isn't that part of feminism as well? Her right to choose. But what they do is try to make being a good girl sound like it's not her own idea. Like it wasn't her idea that she wanted to be a good. She was conformed to think that way and behave that way. She was conditioned to be that way. So anything that's rebellious is her own idea, right? Anything outside of that, that's her expressing herself. What if her being a good girl was her form of expression? Why is being a good girl being demonized?
Damn. Set your alarm, earns you hungry.
So y'all know I met a guy on Hinge on Friday. We went to the Clips concert on Saturday. Yesterday, he invited me out to dinner for tonight. He said, I'm going to text you 3 different restaurants and you get to choose between which one you want to go to. I chose the restaurant. He said, meet me there tomorrow. I made reservations at 5:45. So we'll be going on our second date tonight. And I also have another coffee date tomorrow. And then I have a date next Wednesday. I actually had to put my Hinge account on pause because I have several conversations going, several dates going, and I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm running a whole community. I leave for Vegas on Friday. Like, my life is so full. It's only...
And she too damn preoccupied, man. You know what I'm saying? She got this going on, she got that going on. And she going out of town. And she probably gonna meet somebody out of town for that night. Man, look, she grown. She could do what she want. But at the same time, it's like, how I'm supposed to build something with you when you so damn busy? When you all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying?
So many dates that you can get in 1 week. All that to say, I am having so much fun.
She having
dating
her way.
in my 40s, being happily single, and really...
But no. That's because she's an attractive woman. Natural hairstyle. No eyelashes. I don't see a bunch of makeup on her face. Those her eyebrows. Collarbone. You know, graceful when she speaks. Pretty eyes. All her teeth. Like, come on, bro. She don't look like she overweight.
Dating from a place of intention and building beautiful connections and having experiences. And I believe that is why I'm having such a good time. So I will continue to keep y'all posted. So yeah.
Imagine that, right? A woman's in her 40s, way past her prime, and she thinks she has all these options. Oh my God, I'm dating with intention. So then why are you using different men's time? Why are you dating multiple men at the same time if you have intention? There's no way you can intend to be with all of them. And a lot of women think that just because men are hitting them up on social media, on dating apps, that all these men want to marry them. Like, she has a simp that's telling her, hey, just pick the time and the day and pick the place and I'll be there. Right? He took her to a concert. Now he's going to take her out eating. These are dudes who don't get women. So you know what that tells me? That lets me and you both know that they're not going to smash. Most likely they're not going to smash because she don't actually like them. She just wants to use them for attention. So women like her are very dangerous, but
she having her way.
Come online trying to convince you that somebody wants them. Listen, if someone really wanted her that she truly liked, she wouldn't be single. Okay? She wouldn't be single. Anyway, I found this video of her also pretty peculiar. Take a look.
I'm a former good girl leaning into my grown woman energy. I am the beautiful age of 45 and falling in love with myself and starting over in every way. And when it comes to the good girl persona...
Bro, she's 45 talking like these 20-plus-year-old girls. You know what I'm saying? She has never used these terms ever in her life until recently. Former good girl, moving into my grown woman energy... This is recent, bro. She has never talked like this in her 45 years until recently, bro. Listen to this budget.
Video of her also pretty peculiar. Take a look.
I'm a former good girl leaning into my grown woman energy. I am the beautiful age of 45 and falling in love with myself and starting over in every way. And when it comes to the good girl persona, that is how we have been conditioned to people please, to self-sacrifice, right?
Why do they try to make sound? Why do they try to make being a good girl sound like such a conforming thing? What if a woman just wants to be a good woman? What if she just wants to be a good girl? What if that's what she wants? Isn't that part of feminism as well? Her right to choose. But no, they shame. They. All right, I ain't gonna say shame. But what they do is try to make being a good girl sound like it's not her own idea. Like it wasn't her idea that she wanted to be a good. She was conformed to think that way and behave that way. She was conditioned to be that way. So anything that's rebellious is her own idea, right? Anything outside of that, that's her expressing herself. What if her being a good girl was her form of expression? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it such a why is being a good girl being demonized? I don't know, man.
To avoid conflict, and I'm down with that shit. And so on this page, you're going to hear me talk a lot about leaning into my grown woman energy, starting over in every way possible. And if that resonates with you, go ahead and click the follow button. Today I'm going to read from the book Untamed.
Okay, we don't want to care about what book you've written from. Again, another girl who thinks that someone gives a crap about her life and who she is, and that if you go online, that women are going to exalt you to become a celebrity and you're famous. But lady, you're not going to make any kind of money on TikTok. Let's keep it real. You're not going to make any money on TikTok talking this nonsense, okay? 39,000 followers on TikTok is like 200 followers on YouTube. It's like nobody, okay? Nobody's listening. But here's the thing. She's a former good girl. She was a people pleaser, and that didn't work. So now she believes if she becomes the villain, if she becomes the mean girl, she's going to get the man that she wants. How can you be 45 years old yet so stupid, so dumb? Okay, it didn't work when you're a good girl because you choose poorly. Now, when you get old, do you think you're going to have the prime choice of pick it or later? You can be mean to them. You're going to get what you want? She listens to too many dating advice online, okay? Here's more bad dating advice from women on TikTok. Take a look.
The double standard I will stick by until the day I die is that it is really cute, really fun, really sexy when a girl has a boyfriend and she does not show him off on social media. She keeps that close to the chest. You would never even know. When a man does that, that is scary. Why are there no traces of your girlfriend on any of your social media pages, especially if you're active? Who are you hiding her from?
Who is she hiding him from? Okay, it's scary if a man doesn't show off his girl online, right? Because he don't want to throw her to the sharks. But it's not scary if a girl does the exact same thing. This is what I mean. Women think that the world should be seen through their lens, that everything need to be prioritized through the female desire. What females want is of the highest good. And what men want, oh.
And that still wouldn't be good enough. Think about it, bro. What if the world ran exactly how women wanted it to? It still wouldn't be good enough. They still wouldn't be happy. They still wouldn't be satisfied. Right? So you might as well do it as a man. You might as well do what you want to do. If you don't want to post her, don't post her. If you want to post her, dog. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just do what you want to do. If she fuck with you, she gonna follow you anyway. She gonna fuck with you anyway. Bruh. She might fuck with you harder because you doing your thing instead of conforming to what she want, bruh. That's what I'm saying, bro. Women want us to conform to their way of thinking, and the men that do that, they don't want that man. They don't want that man that conforms to their way of thinking. They want the man that do his own thing. Bro, and they might not say it, but their actions show it, bro. You got to pay attention to a woman's actions, man. That's the crazy part. All right, say she get a dude that posts her on Instagram all the time. You think she gonna like that? You think she wants that? Bro, she chasing after dude that's not posting her. Man, look. And then she putting subliminals in her stories about how he ain't shit. But whole time he ain't shit, he the one cracking. Like, come on, dog. Come on, bro.
not important. So for her, yeah, she don't want to show off her men. That's cool. Let to have more men chasing after her, and that's exactly why she's doing it for. She's not trying to show her boyfriend online. She thinks it's sexy. She thinks it's cute because that means girls can get more attention, alluding to people that they're single. Yeah, and this is the advice that even older women take. 45-year-old women taking advice from 22-year-old women on TikTok. Can you imagine that? Here's another girl with bad dating advice, but she got it from her father. Take a look.
My dad once told me that in order for a relationship to work long term, the guy has to be obsessed with the girl. He said,
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost
in
sure
order for a relationship
she got her daddy
to
eyes.
work long term.
No. I'm sure for a fact she got her daddy eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? She probably got her daddy whole face, man.
Guy has to be obsessed with the girl. He said that women naturally pour into relationships.
And I asked this question to a girl before. Does a relationship work better if the man is more obsessed with the woman or when the woman is more obsessed with the man? So what do you think is a better scenario? If the dude likes the girl more or if the girl likes the dude more?
Honestly, I would like for everyone to like each other. I think that relationships should be a mutual chasing of each other. Yeah. It's not like one, yeah.
But in the scenario, one likes the other one more. Which one would be the scenario that plays out better? Then you always get that answer. It has to be mutual. Like, no. I asked a very specific question, bro. Mutual would be ideal. But reality, we living in reality, right? Does a relationship work better when the man is more obsessed with the woman or when the woman is more obsessed with the man? And not in a toxic way, not a toxic obsession, like a healthy obsession, bro. Like,
A lot more emotionally, mentally, physically. And if the guy isn't really giving more of that, it can feel a little one-sided. So like a guy liking the girl more kind of evens things out. And when a guy is more invested, they put a lot more effort to like pursue you, give you attention, reassure you. He like wants to keep the relationship alive, you know? I don't know, like I think you should be with a guy that's obsessed with you, period. My dad
Think you should be with a guy that's obsessed with you. Then how come you're not doing it? How come you're not doing it, right? And I don't know her dating status. I don't know her dating relationship. But if you were with a guy that's obsessed with you, why are you talking about it? Why are you trying to give, if women who are in happy relationships, why do they still want to dabble around in single spaces trying to give girls advice about what to do with men? Now, by the way, her dad is completely a simp. Completely a simp. He's trying to save her by saying, yeah, date a man that's obsessed with you. Because obsession clearly is the highest character trait of a man, right? Because clearly if a dude is obsessed with you, he's going to treat you better. That's the assumption. But that doesn't mean he is. That means he's likely to hurt you and harm you if you leave him. He's going to stalk you if you leave him. Those are the kind of men that do the stalking, the ones that are obsessed. And so the funny part about it is this girl thinks that she wants to be put on a pedestal, but me and you guys know better. How many times have you put a girl on a pedestal and it actually worked? Okay? Now, what's even worse about this is take a look at her. This is the girl that's in question. Do you really think that if you just obsess over her and her abs and her body, she's going to date you? She's going to be with you just because you think she's so hot? Do women just date men that give them all these compliments and worship them? Any guy that's ever gotten a girl before knows that even if you like a girl, you can't tell her. You can't tell a girl you like her. She automatically gets turned off. I've done it a million times. And that's why even in high school we knew, don't tell a girl if you like her. Okay? Don't tell her because it kills the mystery. It kills the mystery. Ridiculous. Anyway, here's some more bad dating advice from women. Take a look.
They ain't too hungry in this bitch.
Said it before and I'm going to say it again. You need to censor yourself. A lot of people ask me like, how do you get over someone? How do you stop caring? I literally just care a lot about myself. Like I might be narcissistic, I'm not going to lie. I care a lot about the things that I want out of life and how I look and the gym and my hobbies and my friends and my family. Other people who are not that important to me. I've had a point in my life where I very much cared and I've like cared too much. But through those experiences, I've learned to stop caring so much about things.
Bro, I only hear women say this type of stuff. I used to care so much, but I got burnt a bunch of times. Now I don't care as much. I started centering myself. Like, bro, dog, that sounds like bullshit. because everybody gets hurt. Everybody gets betrayed. Everybody hurts somebody. Everybody betrays somebody at some point, bro. Intentionally or unintentionally. That's part of life. What if men walked around like this, bro? I used to be so giving and so caring, but I got betrayed in the past, and now I'm just centering myself. How would that be beneficial to society? Like, that's their favorite word, society. How would that be beneficial to anybody, bro? If men started saying shit like this.
Do not matter. Just focus on you. Become obsessed with you. I said it before.
This is the same girl that even though she said she's going to center herself, she's going to care about herself, make sure that, she puts herself first. It doesn't matter if she's narcissistic. If somebody was trying to kidnap her in public, what is she going to do? She's going to scream, help, help, help. And we should look at her and say, we are centering ourselves. We can't help. We don't want to get involved. And honestly, men, you shouldn't get involved. Maybe call 911, but maybe call 911. But if you're black, you call 911, they might think you're the perpetrator, okay? So again, a lot of women think, oh yeah, center yourself, be selfish. The world would be a terrible place for women if men centered themselves. Trust me, it would be
That's crazy. I just said that, bro. I just said that, bro.
Terrible place for women if men did what women are attempting to do right now. Because we know women complain about narcissists all the time. That's a new therapeutic word that women love from therapy. Narcissist, narcissist, narcissist. And now they turn around and becoming the narcissist that they supposedly hate. Can you imagine that? Anyway, it goes on. The bad dating advice is literally, I'm telling you, TikTok is saturated with horrible dating advice. And this is why women say one thing and do another. They think they want one thing, but they really want another. So if you listen.
I just said that too, bro. They say one thing, but their actions show something else.
The women talk and you're a fool and you follow what they say, they're going to reject you and you're going to be lost and say, well, why? How come that happened? How come that happened? Because you have to watch what they do, not what they say. So here's an example of that. Take a look.
I don't know who need to hear this, but your husband is not your type. Like, at all.
So why did anybody need to hear that? Your husband is not your type. What if a man got up here and said, I don't know who need to hear this, but your wife is not your type? And I laughed and smiled when I said it.
And when I say that, I mean, like, the guy that you're supposed to marry, he's not going to be like any of the guys that you've been with before. Like, he's going to be a breath of fresh air. He's going to treat you differently, introduce you to a different type of softness. He's going to make you feel safe. Like, when you feel like you can share things with him, no judgment, or like he just naturally understands and make you feel like you're the most beautiful girl in the world. Like, that is your husband. That is the man for you. And until you find that, and until you feel like you're the prettiest girl in the world, like, don't stop searching for your husband. I don't know.
So
I don't understand why the women in the comment section never questions these women. Why is it that y'all agree with everything that a woman says? Y'all don't never question it or challenge it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't challenge it or try to get a deeper understanding of where she's coming from. Y'all just instantly agree with it. You know what I'm saying? You see the little target emoji? Like, come on, bruh. Come on, dog.
look at this, right? She says your husband's not going to be your type. And at first I'm like, that's not bad advice, right? He's not going to be the guy you're shooting for. He's actually going to be the nice guy you keep friend-zoning. But what she means by that, she actually says, what she means by it is, your husband's not going to be your type. He's actually going to be better. He's going to be better than the man you date, right? He's not going to judge you for your 304 pass. He's going to lie to you and tell you you're the most prettiest girl in the world, and you know that's a lie, and he knows a lie, but he's still going to tell you that. He's going to be better, okay? And I'm like, yo, this girl is insane. This is crazy. She really believes this. She started off so well and ended off so poorly. And she has 1,300 comments of women loving this idea. See, women love a lie. They love a fantasy. This is why, I hate to say it, but you gotta lie to women. I know women are gonna get mad at me. I understand, but you just told him to lie. You want him to tell you you're the most prettiest girl in the world. That's not...
All right, look, fuck all that. Look, what if every dude just started saying the truth, bro? You know what I'm saying? What if every dude just kept it 100 with a woman? She couldn't go to no dude to find no kind of lie, no kind of dreams being sold, nothing. Just every dude just kept it 100 with her. The hood nigga, the street nigga, the jail nigga, the book nigga, the school nigga, the regular nigga. Like, if all of them different variations of niggas just kept it 100 with her, nobody tried to sell her a dream, nobody tried to lie to her, then where could she go? You know, she would probably just have to go to other women for the lies, but she knows she could come to the men for the truth, right? I don't know, man. I don't know.
True. You tell me I gotta tell a girl who was a 2 or a 3 she's the prettiest girl in the world because it makes her feel better? And she doesn't stop there. She got more advice because people pushing back at her like, all right, what do you mean? Okay, he's not my type. You know, and this girl comments, my partner isn't someone I usually gravitate to. He's too handsome. But God put him in my life, and the man is the entire package.
So what does that say about a woman then? She said her husband is too handsome. So what does that mean? You too scared to make a move? You don't got no self-confidence? He's too handsome? Bro, what? That's like a dude saying, damn, she too beautiful. I just couldn't approach her. She was way too beautiful. Well, they sound like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm approaching. Respectfully. I'm approaching, dog. I'm not about to live with a bunch of regrets. Damn, I should have talked to her. Damn, I should have said something when I had to change. No, bruh. She right there. I'm right here. We both grown. We both adults. I'm not no pussy. I'm approaching. And whatever happens, happens. She reject me, cool. If it turn into something, great. Man, look.
I almost dismissed him because I had preconceived notions about him because of, I'm assuming she's going to say, his looks. A lot of women, let me tell you something, if you're an attractive guy, you're a handsome guy, a lot of girls are going to disqualify you because they're going to think to themselves, you're screwing everybody. Sometimes if a girl's really attracted to you, it's a turn off to her because she knows she's not good enough. She's never going to feel like you're the prettiest girl. She's the prettiest girl in the world to you, okay? Now let's listen to her response.
This comment right here. So when I said your husband is not your type, I don't mean physically. Like, you will be a...
See, here we go. You said one thing, and now, you know, it's not what you said at first. Changing the goalposts, bruh. What I said, when I said such and such, I didn't mean such and such. Shawty, that's what you said. You put it out there into the world, people are gonna interpret it how you said it, or how they want to interpret it, bro. You wasn't clear, you wasn't concise, you was very vague, very airy.
110% attracted to your husband, like, that's no doubt. However, when you look back at your previous relationships, you'll start noticing some things. That is your type. And so your husband is not your type because he's your standard. He's one of...
See how confusing this shit sound? She retconning what she just said, and it still don't make sense. This is why we don't listen to you. This is why we don't listen to you. You making this shit up as you go. We ain't gonna get nowhere with these type of rules, with these type of regulations. We just gonna be stuck in one place forever. No progression, no understanding, no kindness. Just stuck.
Man. Like, he cannot be replicated, and it's someone that God has literally ordained for you, and it's special to you, and it's a unique identifier. Like, it cannot be replicated. So it's not your type. And so, like, it sounds crazy, but like that's just how I thought about it. Like, it
sounds crazy because it is crazy. Like, women have the worst math, right? Let's think about girl math. Girl math says there's a man for everybody. God sent the best man possibly to be for you. So every girl, 100% of women get men in the top 20%. 100% of women got men on the top 20%. Not only that, a man in the top 20% behaves like a man in the bottom 80% because he's kissing your ass, telling you that you're the most prettiest girl in the world. He worships you. He's obsessed with you. But only you, because he was sent here for you. Okay? Now let's look at reality. The reality is women outnumber men by a lot. That's just the women that are alive versus the men that are alive. Then on top of that, there's a lot of men in jail. So now, if you think of men that are in jail or at war or are already married or gay, the dating pool's a lot smaller than women think. But yet every girl thinks she's going to get this lucky special guy, and they're all going to get them. That's why a lot of women, they gather around these women who lie about this stuff because it's selling them hope. And hope is valuable. I'm not going to lie. Hope is valuable. And a lot of people don't want to know how their movie's going to end, but it's going to end poorly. It's going to end horribly, okay? But if they only knew how bad it's going to be, they would probably stop living. And this is why sometimes I think to myself, it's okay that women believe a lie. Because if they only knew that it's not going to get better than this right now, they might off themselves, okay? So,
Or they can course correct while they still got time, while they still young enough to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? They could start course correct. That nigga, damn, that nigga gave them one option. End it all. End it all. God. Or we can course correct. We can take reasonable actions that's going to lead us to the desired outcome, or as close to the desired outcome as possible. My nigga said, end it all. And look, bro, if you're a beautiful woman, I got more than enough love for all y'all. I got more than enough love for all y'all. Shut it. You know what I'm saying? I can love you on Monday. I can love her on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She get 2 days. Yeah, she like that. You know what I'm saying? I can love her on Wednesday. I can love her on Friday. And the real lucky one is the one that get the weekends, right? She got Saturday and Sunday? How she do that? I don't know. You got to ask her, shawty. You got to ask her how she got 2 days, bitch.
The line going on, you're keeping women alive, but the truth of the matter is this is far from reality, and the truth is women can't accept reality. They just can't. So they need someone to lie to them. Here's a girl that I do think is a little bit more aligned with reality. Take a look. And she also says, before I even say take a look, she says, why women always regret leaving a good man. That's a good start. Let's see what she has to say.
As our former U.S. Marshal, I'm disappointed to see Mark Earley vote against bipartisan...
What that nigga ears? Oh, that nigga look like a thumb, bro. What the fuck that nigga ears at, dog?
Funding for...
Nigga head shaped like a potato tot.
Law enforcement. Against funding for...
A lot of the times, men think that they fucked up a relationship just because the female left him. But what she's not gonna tell him, especially as of right now, is she left because it was just how she was feeling in the moment. Me personally, I'm fortunate enough to be smart enough to not leave based on feelings, right? Because I'm a committed person. But a lot of these females, they're a little immature, and it's just like in the moment. It's an in the moment thing. And then they're all like, shit, I left, but how can I even come back from that? Like, you know, it's kind of embarrassing for her because it's all like...
She can't come back because if he let her back, she's not going to respect him and she's going to leave again.
I left for no reason, and if I come back, then I'm gonna look stupid, right? Like, I'm telling you, a lot of women have egos, so it might take them a long time to come back. With me personally, I'm humble. I'm very humble. So if I leave a man because I was being a little stupid and impulsive, I'm gonna come back and admit it, right? I mean, it's not gonna take me 1 hour to realize that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, maybe you didn't fuck up. Maybe she was just trying to protect herself and she was being a little sabotagic. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not telling you that you are perfect. We both know that you weren't. But what I'm saying is, like, you guys need to understand. Women don't be all like, oh, I'm just going to leave this guy because he just respected me. No, it's, I'm going to leave this guy because I feel upset that he's not doing this for me. And I'm like, sure, I guess women mentally check out before they leave. But a lot of the times, that's not the case. Like, a female can be so emotional that she just leaves you, right? Because she has these standards in her head, and then you're not doing it, and it's like, I'm gonna leave.
What happened to communication? You know what I'm saying? I'm big on communication. All right, where that's at then? Where the communication at? This all in your head. I can't read your mind, shawty. You gonna have to talk. You gonna have to be clear. Communicate.
Right? So
I tried that. Did you really? Or did you nag the nigga? Did you try talking to him when he was trying to do something else? You didn't just pull that nigga to the side and say, look, I know you busy doing such and such right now, but at such and such time, I think we need to have a serious conversation. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that's going to get his attention? He'll be like, what the fuck? Serious conversation? All right, y'all. I got to go talk to my girl. I got to go talk to she talking about some, you know what I'm saying? Then y'all can have a clear, concise conversation. Not an emotional one, not an argument, not sabotage. Communication. Communication.
Oh, yeah, take accountability for the contribution that you made to it. But I don't want you to put the full blame on yourself because, like, no. And of course, women are going to go in my comments and they're not going to admit to this, right?
She ain't got no women in her comments. These is all dudes. You know what I'm saying? The women ain't in these comment sections. That's crazy. They in the dumbass comment section.
Why would they? Like I told y'all, because it's embarrassing. They're not humble enough to admit this. So, yeah, I'm the one that's gonna fucking tell y'all the fucking truth. But these women are all like, not me though. They're not self-aware enough to realize that they're a problem in some sort of capacity. Sure, it may be true that some women ain't like that, but you get to decipher this, not a random chick in my comments trying to disagree with the shit that I say. I don't believe them unless I believe them. Okay? Because what they're not doing is, yeah, they're saying, I'm not like that, but they're not giving context like, oh, your ex like slapped you into tomorrow and you didn't come back to him. Oh, yeah, well, right. 101 coaching in bio.
So look, this is a girl that maybe people should follow. This is actually great that she's self-aware. A lot of women are not self-aware. I agree with it. And a lot of women will leave you for a momentary lapse of feelings, a momentary decrease in feelings, right? Like women emotions are like roller coasters, up and down, up and down. Essentially, most women are bipolar, and then
look, even roller coasters like have predictable drops, right? The roller coaster doesn't change; it's the same roller coaster, bro. So, I don't know, man.
We describe the bipolar disorder. We're talking about women on the margins, marginally more bipolar than other women. But in general, women are up and down, up and down, up and down, left and right. I see it all the time. I know girls who 1 minute they're happy with their man, next minute they're getting a divorce. 1 minute they're happy with a man, next minute they got a restraining order. It's like what? You just said you guys were happy. Now you're in court. Now you're getting divorced. Now you sleep with somebody else.
Damn.
And a good example of this is Tyrese's ex-wife. Tyrese's ex-wife is a perfect example of this, and she actually admitted it, that she listened to her stupid friends and that the little things her friends told her just changed her emotions completely. She filed for the
Can you call them friends?
And then when she looked back and she said, oh wait, I wasn't even really actually mad about anything. He didn't even do anything wrong. He actually did everything right, but because someone got in her ear, she left him. And women think that, oh yeah, I want a man who's emotionally intelligent. None of you, majority of women are not emotionally intelligent. They are not. Because to be emotionally intelligent is to be self-aware. To understand that your emotions are unreliable. Okay? They're like the wind that blows. It comes sometimes, it goes other times. Okay? So to guide your life based on these gut feelings that women talk about all the time is insanity. Okay? And women are exactly insane. Now, the other part that I think is interesting is women have all these high standards for men, but low standards for themselves. How are you you want your man to be perfect in every way like that girl described prior, the last couple of videos ago.
That's what I was talking about in the other video, self-love. He said high standards for men, but low standards for themselves. Low standards being not being presentable, not being pleasant, right? You know what I'm saying? They come outside with the bonnet on, the pajamas, hair not done. You know what I'm saying? Loud, angry. And I ain't even trying to come at women. This is just the shit I be seeing, bro. You can't take away my experiences. This is what I've experienced. This is what I've witnessed. You can't take that away from me. You know what I'm saying? Just like I can't take your experiences away from you. But that's not self-love, though. right? All those things I described is not self-love. Self-love would be the discipline. Self-love would be the hard parts, right? The working out, the preparation, you know what I'm saying, the being pleasant, being presentable, right? All of these things are self-love because you love yourself enough to hold yourself to a standard. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying, bro. Come on, bro. High standards for other people, low standards for yourself. That's contradiction as F, right? But look, man, y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?